There we go. Press the right buttons, Chris.
I was exiled from Asgard as
Thanks,
a youth.
Thor. Alright, so we're going to head into the practice range and just go over a few
The enemy is here.
movement things. So if you hold up on the D-pad, yes, it'll give you the abilities. You can check those out. So it looks like RT is his bash, Mjolnir bash. Wield Mjolnir to strike enemies. When awakened, Thor can launch arc waves. And then you've got some team abilities. So it looks like Odinson, Reborn. If you have Hela in your team, she can instantly resurrect Loki and Thor if they're in the respawn phase and grant them bonus health if they're still alive. Bonus health. And then if you have Thor and you're playing with Storm or Captain America, you get electric enhancement. So Storm can unleash lightning barrage, and Captain America gains movement boost with thunder power in the shield. So this is all seasonal. I believe this changes every season. So that's just for this current season. Hey, Chris, you want to say season again?
Here.
Thanks, Thor. Appreciate it. All right, so the super move looks like L and R give you God of Thunder. You've got Storm Surge with the LT trigger, LB's Lightning Realm, Awakening Rune for X, RB's Hammer Throw, and your passive. You get some bonus health. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so I would like to come over to my settings. Settings. Head over to Controller, Combat. We'll change it to Thor. So now that we're set up like Thor, you can scroll down, and I have these. So this would be my. I set this up. I like it. Thanks, Chris. We can tell. So RT would be like your standard primary attack. LB is the launch, your secondary attack. That way it's all on one side. It just feels a little more natural to be hitting with this side of my fist. And then for the other side,
Our
I've got
adversaries
the...
gather.
Wait, is that still right? Oh yeah, this is be your movement, your Storm Surge. Sorry, I had to read carefully. So your Storm Surge is your LT, which is like the movement ability. And then your Lightning Realm, which is like an AoE damage. X would be to go to like your buffed abilities. Okay, so right, we're looking in the range here. We're gonna start off with the if you look in the center of the screen, you got some hammers, little hammer icons. If you use an ability, right, the hammers go away and they recharge over time. So if you use one of two abilities, you gain bonus health, right? You use the movement ability, you gain 100 extra bonus health. Right? I don't think you didn't. I didn't even have to hit anybody. It just happens. But it looks like the bonus health decays over time. And then if you use the hammer throw ability, you get 100 bonus health. And there appears to be like a 3-second cooldown on the abilities. So Thor can stack the health bonus for an additional 200 health. Okay, so the let's see what the movement. If you just there's a slight delay on the movement ability. Right, you have to hold it for at least a second to get it to activate, and the minimum was what, 15? Just under 15, maybe like 14 and a half. I still didn't touch him. All right, so it's like maybe like 13. Hurry up, Chris. Give me the tutorial. I'm trying, man. All right, so the longer you hold it, the further you go. So I want to say for the minimum move speed, yeah, you're looking at like 10. Oh my, it's really short range. Hold it for a second. Okay.
The enemy is here.
And the longest you can do if you hold it for the full duration, if you look just past the hammer to the right there, you can see the bars like flashing. So you gotta hold it till maximum and release it. And we almost got, what was that, almost 20 meters? So anywhere from 10 to 20 depending on the charge up time. What is this, like 3 seconds? 1, 2, 3, something like that. All right. If you hit them with your hammer, it also does a knockback movement, right? You can push enemies around the map. Move it. Push him. Get out of here, buddy. Where does he think he's going? He's just going to walk away. All right, he's like, I'm out of here. So that's the main movement ability. What else? Oh, we've got the throwing. So if you look at the hammer, it looks like the hammer, when you get your overshield, the hammer actually turns blue for a few seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like 3 or 4 seconds maybe. I'm just counting. Get out a stopwatch, Chris. Okay. And then, what's the range on the throw? Still hitting. Still hitting. Oh, it's got pretty decent range. Still hitting. Wait, 25 meters here? Okay. Just 22 meters. 29. 27. I'm all out of hammer forge. Alright, so there you go.
Mjolnir strikes a heavy blow.
Oh, nice. Alright, so the LB is like your lightning realm.
Lightning confinement.
So you have like a circular area. Enemies can go through it. What's on a 10-second cooldown? Enemies can pass through it. And I think you do damage to enemies when they pass through it.
Mjolnir strikes a heavy blow.
What's it say? Lightning realm. It just says summon lightning to restore Thor force based on the number of enemies hit. All right, so let's empty our Thor force. So for every ability you're doing, you have to have a Thor force. If you look down here, point, Chris, right there. See how like each ability costs a hammer. So moving costs 1 hammer. Throwing your hammer costs 1 hammer. But if you hit with your regular attack when your hammer's blue, you get that back. So watch. Use a hammer and then there, it instantly recharged. So like for example, if I hit like this, okay, and then I hit immediately again, if I can hit. While you still have the blue animation on your hammer, you get that hammer back. There you go. Okay, simple enough. Let's see. So the other ability is the triple hammer, the charge. What's it called? The awakening rune. So in this state, you throw lightning, and you get quite the range. I think it might be. Oh, we gotta wait again. It might be unlimited range, really. How far can you go? But you lose the other abilities. You can't use your dash or your hammer throw in this state. Yeah, it's got crazy range on it, but you can't use any of the other stuff. And I do think you do like an AoE damage effect as well. So if you just stand next to enemies, you get in close, pop that ability. Yeah, see, they're taking damage over time. Static shock, or I don't know if that's, I don't know, because your Sparkles.
Our adversaries gather.
Captain Sparkles. Okay. What else do we got? We've got, oh, your super ability. So you, when your enemies are close by, press L and R, and you go up in the air. You can see you make like a circle on the ground, and that is like an AoE damage effect. And you can also, I don't think you can prematurely use your ability. I think it's a timer. Yeah. Yeah, you're on a timer. So once you use it, you're locked in that animation. So make sure it's a good idea. You could potentially use your hammer to gain plenty of altitude. Then use your ability, and then it's doing stuff underneath everybody. So, but it would really expose you to gunfire or projectiles. All right, so I want to say the main gameplay combo for Thor would be to, you want to push in to the back line, hammer, and then throw your hammer in between to give you that bonus health. So you would push in or push your target, hit while your hammer's blue, throw the hammer mid. So that's why I have like the hammer throw. I got this regular swing on one, and then the hammer throw on the other, so I can put them together. Oh, and something else on the hammer is it does double damage if you throw past. So oops, wrong button. if you throw it and it doesn't connect, you'll get damage on the return of the throw. There, see, I did damage when I didn't hit on the forward momentum. So that's cool. Die bot. Alright, what else do we got? So, just by reading Thor's kit, I'm going to assume you're going to want to stack your bonus health for survivability. And then you want to try to pick enemies to bully. You're going to bully some of the squishier heroes. Or tanks. Push them out of position, start wailing on them, use a hammer throw for extra damage and extra health. Then you get your bonus health. Then you can use the LB button once you're in a group of enemies to throw down this lightning, which appears to do like a damage over time tick. I can't tell if they just do damage while they're in it or if they go damage when they're past it. And let's see. So, that's the wrong button, Chris.
Our adversaries gather.
All right. So, use the lightning force. Okay, so it appears they only take damage when they exit the bubble. I didn't see if he took damage when he entered. The timer on this is 10 seconds. I'm waiting. All right.
Lightning confinement.
So yeah, only damage when you exit. So, put the bubble up, and it restores Thor force for the enemies it hits, but they take damage upon exiting the bubble. All right, let's see.
Lightning confinement.
Hurry, it's going to go away before you get in there, guy. Yeah, it's only exiting. It only does a minimal amount of damage. Okay, what else? Is there any other... What else do we got to talk about? Wrong button. Oh, is there anything else to do with this? No, this is pretty powerful. It turns you into a DPS character. What do you got for 5 seconds? It's a pretty beefy combo. But like I said, then you can't move or get out of a situation. Then you're stuck in that slow walking animation, right? What's your movement speed? I mean, you're not moving horribly slow, but still, it's not like you could dip out real quick behind cover, get a health pack or whatever. Alright. Let's go over here. I'm just going to do a test on the hit registration for the hammer. Alright, it hits there. Hitting. Alright, so that missed. Oh, it got it on the return hit. So you got a pretty wide area for the hitbox that you can miss. Yeah. I'm quite a ways away. I wonder if I get further away, if that makes a difference. Yeah. So it's pretty close. So you have a... So if you're using that combo, right, you're hitting, and then you hammer throw, and try to aim the hammer to hit people behind. If you can line targets up for a collat. Get that collat. Okay. Hey, check out some other videos over here. I've got some links down in the description if you want to help support. Check out those links. I'd really appreciate it. Any other questions or comments, put below. Thanks.